Okay, George Washington students. Oops, I lied. I said that was the last part. A few more slides I want to cover. I forgot at the end of this, so let me. This won't take long. This is the last, truly the last installment on the economy. So make sure you have this in your notes. This is in your book. You'll see this in your book as well. 4 trends since the Industrial Revolution of the 1880s have helped to shape our workforce or work world that we know today. First of all, the shift from agriculture to industry. And really now we live in an information society. We've moved from most people living in the countryside, working on farms, to people working and living in cities, performing service work. We've also seen the decline of self-employment of workers. People don't work for themselves nearly as often now as they did back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. We've seen the increasing bureaucracy or bureaucratization of work, like we just talked about. And of course the increase in contingency work, which is part-time work that doesn't pay benefits. Our economy in this country is less a product of manufacturing and goods production and way more a product of the service or tertiary sector. Goods production hourly wages versus service jobs hourly wages. Goods production hourly wages are higher, but those jobs are fewer and they're harder to come by. Service jobs are more plentiful, therefore the wages are much smaller. People who are servers or who are teachers, for example, they make much less on the hour than someone who is a forester, or or someone who works in the secondary sector as a manufacturer, an automobile manufacturer. But those jobs are really, really hard to come by in those two sectors because they don't exist, and we count on foreign products as well to compound the problem. Manufacturing jobs again pay more, but there are many more service jobs available now. It is true that we are replacing lost jobs. Very famously, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton proclaimed several years ago that we have more jobs in this country now than we have ever had in the history of our country. And she's right about that, and that sounds really wonderful. The problem is that the vast majority of these jobs are contingency jobs. They are part-time jobs that pay crappy wages and pay no benefits to people. So yeah, we have more jobs, yay, but they're crappy jobs, so boo. So I don't know, so what do you do with that? The economy it's a tricky thing, and it's going to be a tricky thing for you guys to navigate once you get through college and you're looking for jobs, especially if you stay in West Virginia where the economy is not real great or real conducive for prosperity right now. But all this is stuff that's going to apply directly to your lives. This has relevance to your lives and where you're heading, and understanding how the economy works can help you and equip you to make good decisions about where you want to work, how you want to work, what kind of job that you want to have. Final thoughts on service sector jobs. Many jobs in the service sector or tertiary sector pay minimum wage or very low wages, often insufficient for full-time workers to rise above poverty. I know personally many people who work 40, 45 hours a week in the service industry, and they can't make enough to pay their bills, so they have to find another part-time job. I did that for many years. I still do it. I'm just now to the point where I wouldn't really have to if I didn't want to, but I really kind of need to, because the way our economy is structured, it just kind of works that way. I've served tables part-time on the side to being a teacher and psychologist my entire adult life because I need the money. Sometimes the wages are not enough, and this is the economy that you're going to be living in and that you're heading to. So this happens when you have tertiary sector jobs paying low wages, often insufficient for a full-time worker to rise above poverty. This condition is called underemployment. And this is something that we talk a lot about in sociology. A lot of my colleagues who are psychologists or social workers or teachers, I would say easily 75–80% of them have part-time jobs on the side so they can pay their bills. This classic examples of underemployment. Short and sweet, that is truly the end of the video lecture series on the economy. Please have good notes. Like I said before, I would like to discuss these a little bit on Tuesday, a week from today, when we meet again. Thank you very much. That's it for this part.